Later this morning, Governor Mark Dayton will announce who he's chosen to replace Al Franken in the United States Senate. Franken said last week he plans to resign after a growing number of sexual misconduct allegations. Some of the possible replacements being talked about include Lieutenant Governor Tina Smith, State Representative Melissa Hortman, State Auditor Rebecca Otto, State Senator Melissa Franzen, and Minnesota Attorney General Lori Swanson. Whomever the governor picks will serve until a special election next year. Then voters will pick a candidate to finish Franken's current term, which ends in 2020. Now, Senator Franken has not set a date for his departure yet. The governor will announce his appointment for Franken's seat at 10 o'clock this morning. You can watch it live right here on WCCO and online at WCCO.com.
Governor Mark Dayton is joining a national push to renew the children's health insurance program known as CHIP. A group of bipartisan governors say without the essential health service, young kids will be at risk for greater health problems down the road. More than 125,000 children and pregnant women in Minnesota depend on the program. Inaction by Congress in September allowed CHIP to expire. Funds are quickly drying up for many states. In fact, Minnesota was the first state to run out of federal funding. Senator Amy Klobuchar is urging the renewal of the program as well. She says passing it would nearly erase Minnesota's budget deficit. A former Minneapolis cop will serve 6 months in the Hennepin County workhouse for kicking a domestic assault suspect in the head.
In addition, Christopher Ryder will never be a police officer again. Surveillance video showing that May 2016 incident was a big reason that jurors convicted Ryder of felony third-degree assault. Bill Hudson was in court for the sentencing.
We're here for sentencing.
At his trial, former Minneapolis cop Christopher Ryder said he kicked Muhammad Osman in the head to protect fellow officers, saying Osman was armed with a knife. Surveillance video doesn't show it, and one was never found or listed in his report.
The defendant testified in this case, and it's the state's opinion he was not truthful. The jury did not believe him. They disregarded his testimony and found him guilty.
Ryder's attorney objected, saying it's wrong to give his client more time than Osman received, who severely beat his girlfriend.
Mr. Osman received 75 days jail.
Ryder never apologized for his actions, but told the court he takes responsibility.
When I rounded the car, I saw my partner engage with somebody who I thought and knew to be dangerous. I made a quick decision, and if I had hindsight, it would never have happened.
For his crime, Ryder will serve 6 months in the county workhouse and undergo anger management. Judge Fred Karasoff said his actions caused more than physical harm.
We live in a society governed by the rule of law, and we don't tolerate officers taking the law into their own hands. When that happens, it erodes society's trust in law enforcement.
And at the age of 37, Ryder's law enforcement career is now over.
The most important thing for me is Ryder will never be a cop again, because what he did here and other times simply reflected he had no sense of how police officers ought to handle themselves.
Bill Hudson, WCCO 4 News.
Judge ordered Ryder to report to the workhouse and begin his sentence on January 3rd. He will be allowed work release to support his family, but not as a police officer for the time being, not even as a private security officer. Bizarre Foods host and celebrity chef Andrew Zimmern is working on something new.
He's developing a food market in the Dayton's project in the old downtown Minneapolis Macy's stores. It's going to be split between the first and lower floor and will have shops selling meats, baked goods, as well as locally based restaurants. The rest of the old Dayton's building will be redeveloped into retail and office space. The $250 million project is expected to open in 2019. I'm excited for this. I think it sounds like a wonderful idea, and what a better person to head it.
I think part of what he's going to do is an incubator to try to grow new food businesses too.
Oh, exciting.
So I think that'll be really cool. We'll see. I mean, there's also talk that the old J.B. Hudson space in there might become a sit-down, more a higher-end restaurant.
Oh, that would be fabulous.
We'll see. I mean, it'd be fun if downtown gets back to being more of the action.
Yeah,
of
where the sizzle is.